Hello and welcome to another Hades tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be making another signature. The requirements for this, well, you'll need some basic Photoshop knowledge, not much, won't go anything mad. A stock or render, and some metaballs, or you can use C40s as well. Here's the outcome. I made a couple of tags in this style, and when you spend some time in this, you can really make it come out really well. So yeah, let's get to it. So first thing you want to do is you want to make your new document. I'm going to go 450 by 250 and keep the resolution at 72. And I'm going to make my background black. And then I'm going to bring in my render. I'm going to be using this one here. And you can bring that into your document. Come on. Why do you want to drop it? So bring in your render, and I'm going to duplicate it just to keep a backup, and hide that one. And you can resize your render and place it where you like to be. There, looks okay for me. And when you have that done, then you'll go to your background. You get your background in. What one was I using? It was this one. Yeah. And bring that in then. And again, same again. Well, drag this underneath your render, and then resize it and place it where you want it to be. So right there, and then we're going to bring in some metaballs. So bring in a couple of them. That one, that one, that one. PNG, I'll pick. So you get your first one and you place it into your document. We're going to be working in the background first, so you place it underneath your render layer, and you can size this to whatever size you'd like to be, and keep an eye on your light on the, when I bring it to the top to explain, the light on the metaball. Like, you want to see the light shining on where the shading is, because it's going to affect what way your lighting is going to be. So place this. Looks alright there. And again we bring in another one. And again size it and place it. And keep doing this until you're happy with the background. The higher quality the metaballs you use, the better the outcome's going to be. So have a look around for good ones to use. I'll leave a link in the description for where you can get some, where you can get these ones actually. I'll leave the link for you. that's underneath all mine actually. There. And when you're happy enough with the background, wherever it's placed, then you can go to your top layer and then start bringing in some for the foreground. The way I like them to, I'll use this one again. Duplicate it, bring it up to the top. Show transform controls. Right, so when you have that done, it's time to start blurring out the background, adding depth. So we go to our your background layer, and then we go filter, blur, and motion blur, and we're going to choose an angle of -50 and put the distance to about 6, and go to our next one then and see where it is. See how far back you want that one to be. So then you go filter, blur, motion blur, and you don't want to blur this as much because it's coming closer to the foreground. So probably about 4 probably be okay with it. Yeah, 4 looks alright. And go with this one next. Filter, blur, motion blur. This at about 3. Filter, blur, motion blur. About 2 maybe. Yeah. That'll probably be 2 again. Filter, blur, motion blur. Need that too. And I'm going to leave this one at 1 because this will be the closest to the front. Same with this one here. Now it's time for our light source. So we make a new layer on top of them all, and we get a white brush. And we pick our brush, and we will choose a large brush around 200, 300, around there. That's okay there. And make it soft. And look at your blender and all your effects and see where the light's going to be coming in. So my light's going to be coming in from this here, this way, right? So let's pump in our light. I'm actually going to make that a little bigger. Decrease the opacity of it a little bit. And then when you finish your light, add some shadows. So we get a black brush this time, and you can use the brush around the same size and just shade out the other side. And you can lower the opacity of this as well. And I'm going to add another layer on a little bit more down here. Now when you have that, then we're going to start working on the colours of the actual metaball. See, that one's purple and there's reds and all that in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all my background metaballs and I'm going to group them. So drag them down into a group, and then we can go to blending options. So double click the group icon or the layer, and gonna go. Actually, sorry, make a new adjustment layer and go hue and saturation. and then right click the layer and then click create clip and mask. And I'm going to make them all the same colour, so I'm going to click colorize. I put my render in there as well, did I? Yeah. No. It's just your background you want in this for now. So group them and make a hue and saturation layer above it. Make a clip and mask and colorize. And I'm going to leave them all about orange and orangey reddish. And increase the saturation a little bit. And then the same again with your foreground ones. You're going to highlight them all, bring them into a group, and I'm going to duplicate this hue and saturation layer and bring it above my group and apply the clip mask again. And now you notice that the actual render itself is kind of a bit different, so we'll add a hue and saturation layer to that too, and we'll apply the clip mask. But you don't want to change this too much, like I'm just going to decrease the saturation up a little bit. Right, now it's time for some gradient maps. So we make our new gradient map and we go black to white first, and we'll set this one to luminosity, and we lower the opacity down a little bit to around 50% and around there. And again we make another gradient map, but this time we go purple orange, and we set this to overlay at an opacity of 10%. And again we go gradient map, and this time we pick like a dark blue, really dark blue, and kind of cyan type colour, bright cyan, like that there. And just lower the opacity of this by 30. And make one more layer, adjustment layer, and we go colour lookup this time, and we set this to foggy night, and we decrease the opacity of this to about 45. And next we will add curves layer. So we go to our curves and we bring down our lower tones a little bit and bring up our mid tones just a tad. There's that look. Too much. Next we'll add exposure layer, and we'll increase this a tiny little bit, the exposure, about 11, and increase this one here about 40.0040, and increase the gamma about 60. Sorry, 98. Looks alright. As well, a nice thing I like to do with the light. See, the light doesn't, it looks a bit crap, like it's just like a white brush, but I like to use lens flare sometimes. So you can download loads of these. Let's use this one. This is actually a remake of a tutorial I had in the past. So, because I didn't really like the outcome of the last one, but the actual style is alright, it's good, like. But if it's done right, like, it looks pretty well. Boom. Set this to linear dodge. Oh. And I'm going to drag this actually on all my adjustment layers. Like, see the light, it looks much better there. I'm actually going to erase down the bottom where it's kind of chopped off. Yeah, this one here. Oh. And right, when we're finished that now, we go to our top layer and we make a new layer and we apply the image. The command for that is Shift, Control, Alt and E. That's what I'm after doing now, but if you What I'd like to do that, you can go image, then just apply image, like that way there. And next we're going to add a filter. We can go into our filter gallery, and the first one we will choose will be angled strokes, and change the balance for what way your flow, you want your flow to be. Mine's like that, yeah. And I'll leave it at that, like that, it looks okay. And I'm going to lower the opacity a little bit. Right there. And mask off stuff in the foreground and your render and stuff, like, because you don't want to stand out too much, like. And we'll add another applied image above that, and this time we will go into our filter gallery again, and we will use distort, or not distort, where is it, yeah, brush strokes again, and then spatter, and the spray radius left at 21 and the smoothness to 15. And again we'll just lower the opacity a little bit so you can see where we're at, and mask out the foreground. Looks alright there. The next I'm going to add some more adjustment layers. So we make another photo filter layer, and we set it to underwater, and we just lower the opacity a little bit, and we make a new gradient on the map. And I'm going to choose this here, which is kind of red. It's A64135, and on the other side it will be 214565, and we set this to lighten, reverse it, sorry, and we will lower the opacity a bit to about 20, yeah, and we'll add one more gradient map. This time we will go again really dark blue, and this time we will kind of go like a bright orange up here, and set this to overlay, and you can increase the opacity to about 15 or so. Now it's time to make another applied image, and then we will go filter, blur, and just blur, non-blur, and then we mask out stuff we want to be in the foreground. So I'll render some of the effects around the front, and we'll add another applied image, and we go filter, sharpen, and sharpen, and then we go edit, fade sharpen, and we bring this down to about 35, and then mask out the background. Next we'll add a little bit of text. Come on, load. And I'm going to hide the text for a minute, make a new layer above it, and apply the image, and unhide the text layer, and now go to your applied image and right click it and quick clip mask, and then we can drag this around until you're happy with the outcome. I'm going to decrease the size of this text and change the font as well. There. And I'm going to make a little bit of subtext, Let's write signature. And I'm going to duplicate my applied image. I'm going to apply the clip mask to this subtext as well. And I'm going to make this a lot smaller, like about 12 or so. And I'm going to move this over here. And I am going to go underneath them text layers and then grab my marquee tool, and I'm going to make a box around them like so. And I'm going to control and backspace and then fill it with black, and I'm just going to decrease the opacity of this a little bit like that. Like 10. So there you go, that's the tutorial. That's the outcome. I'll show you loads more outcomes in this here. I kind of rushed this here because I didn't want to take the tutorial into like a half an hour, which the last one was. That's why I redone it. But I hope you learned something new, and by all means, if you try it out, post your outcomes in the description below. So that's the end of the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, that's the outcome. I leave more, if you're watching this on YouTube, I leave more outcomes that I've used this slide for in the description. And I also make custom tags for people as well, so I leave my deviantart account details in the description as well if you want to hit me up for a custom. Bye bye.